Don't set a goal to make $1 million. Set a goal to become the kind of person who's worth $1 million. That's the magic. That's the truth. Let me ask you something. If I gave you $1 million today, but took away your character, your discipline, your values, how long would you keep it? Think about that. Because the truth is, we don't get to keep what we don't deserve. That's why success is not about what you get. It's about who you become. Because what you become will always determine what you get to keep. See, when I was 25 years old, broke, behind on my promises, and out of excuses, I learned something that changed my life. Success isn't something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. That hit me like a ton of bricks. Because I realized I was chasing things, money, recognition, stuff. But I wasn't becoming the kind of person those things are attracted to. Let me tell you, success doesn't respond to need. It doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to value. And value is something you build inside. Success is like a magnet, but you've got to develop the pull. And the pull comes from becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts good things. Not by begging, not by luck, but by growth. When you set a goal to make more money, to build a business, to change your life, you're not really after the thing. You're after the growth. You're after becoming a person with discipline, with clarity, with integrity, with courage. Because once you become that person, you don't just get success, you keep it, you multiply it. I hear people say, I want to drive a fancy car. Nothing wrong with that. But here's the better question. Who do you have to become to drive that car and deserve it? It's not about the car. It's about the character. The car might feel good for a while, but the person you become, that lasts a lifetime. Let me give you something to write down. What you achieve will make you a living, but what you become will make you a fortune. Achievements come and go, but becoming is forever. That's why when you grow yourself, no one can take that away from you. The skills, the mindset, the wisdom. Once you become, you can always start over. You can always rebuild. You can always win again. It's not the money that makes the man. It's the man who makes the money. And what matters is the journey, not just the outcome. Because it's the journey that transforms you. You'll face setbacks. You'll get frustrated. You'll want to quit. But in those moments, you grow. And growth is more valuable than gold. So if you're setting goals this year, great. Set big ones. But here's the question I want you to ask. Who must I become to reach where the power is? That's where the real value lies. Not in what you get, but in what you become. Because when you become more, you can do more. And when you do more, you can give more. And that's what makes life rich. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Let me share something simple but powerful. You become what you do. Not what you say you'll do. Not what you plan to do. But what you consistently do. See, your habits are shaping you day by day. Without applause. Without anyone noticing. But they are carving the future you. They're either lifting you up or pulling you down. It's a big mistake to think we decide our futures all at once. No, we don't. We decide our habits. And those habits decide our future. So when someone says, I want to be successful, I say, well, show me your daily habits. Because what you do, not just what you want, tells me everything I need to know. Discipline, that's the secret. It's the master skill. I learned early on of discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. A getting up early, reading instead of scrolling, exercising when it's easier to sleep in, saving a little when you'd rather spend. It all adds up. Those small disciplines, repeated every day, they stack up to build character. And character becomes your foundation, a strong foundation for a strong life. Anyone can set a goal. But the question is, do you have a system? You see, goals are good for direction, but systems, those are for progress. And systems live in your habits. If you want to be fit, do you exercise daily? If you want to be wealthy, do you save and invest consistently? If you want to be wise, do you study, reflect, and ask questions? Success is not an event. It's a process. And the process is built on habits. One of the greatest lessons I ever learned: success leaves clues. So I started paying attention. What do successful people do daily? How do they think? How do they move? How do they handle problems? You can learn so much just by watching. And then you copy. You mimic the discipline until it becomes your own. Let me give you a few habits worth adopting. 1. Daily learning. Read 30 minutes a day, not the gossip column. Read something that stretches your thinking. Goal review. Write and review your goals every morning. Get clear on where you're going. 3. Exercise and energy. Take care of your body. Energy is the fuel for success. 4. Reflection. Take 10 minutes a day in silence. Ask, what did I do well today? What could I improve? 5. Generosity. Give, not just money. Give encouragement, time, attention. These are habits of people who are becoming someone great. Remember this: you don't need to make giant changes overnight. But you do need to start. A seed is small. But if you water it daily, what happens? It grows. That's how you grow too. Just plant the right habits. Water them daily, and watch who you become in 90 days, then in 1 year, then 5. Think of it like this: every habit is a brick. Every day you're placing bricks. Some people are building mansions of character, discipline, and strength. Others are stacking rubble with distraction, excuses, and laziness. You are the builder. You are the architect. So ask yourself, what kind of life am I building? One small habit at a time. The secret is not in what you do once in a while. It's in what you do consistently. Because motivation gets you started. Habit keeps you going. So if you want to change your life, don't just change what you want. Change what you do every single day. That's how you become someone worthy of success. If you will change, everything will change for you. Let me begin with something very simple, but very powerful. It's not the economy. It's not the government. It's not your past. It's your philosophy. What's a philosophy? It's the way you think. It's the set of beliefs you carry with you every day. It's how you see the world, how you respond to it, and how you shape your future in it. Now, someone says, my life isn't working out the way I hoped. Well, friend, you don't fix that with luck. You don't fix it by blaming others. You fix it by changing how you think. Because here's the truth: you can't have a better life with the same old thinking. You need a new lens, a new filter, a new philosophy. Now we're stepping into 2025, a brand new chapter, clean pages. And what you write on these pages will depend not on what you have, but on what you believe. The danger: most people are dragging old thinking into a new year, and they wonder why nothing changes. But if you're bold enough, if you're hungry enough, you can make 2025 the year everything shifts. But it starts up here, in the mind. Let me tell you something: your attitude is not luck. It's born from your philosophy. If you believe life is hard and unfair, your attitude will show it. If you believe opportunity is everywhere, you'll start to act like it. One man sees a sunset and says, wow, what beauty. Another sees the same sunset and says, meh, just another end to a boring day. Same event. Different philosophy, different attitude, different life. Why do some people invest and others spend every dollar? Why do some people read books and others waste hours scrolling? Why do some chase growth while others chase comfort? It's not intelligence. It's not luck. It's philosophy. You believe your future is bright. You act differently. You believe it doesn't matter. You coast. One small shift in belief can lead to 1,000 different decisions. Let me tell you a quick story. When I was a broke 25-year-old, working a job I hated, I met a mentor who changed everything. He said, Jim, for things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, you've got to get better. That hit me like a ton of bricks. I thought the problem was the company. I thought it was the taxes. I thought it was the weather. Turns out, it was me. When I changed my philosophy, my entire life began to change. How to upgrade your philosophy in 2025? Let me give you 3 ways to do it. 1. Study. Read the books, listen to the mentors. Seek wisdom like your life depends on it, because it does. I was told, don't read the easy stuff. You won't grow. Read the tough stuff. And so I did. But self-education, that will make you a fortune. 2, reflect. At the end of each day, ask, what did I learn today? What did I believe today that helped me? What belief held me back? Reflection is how you edit your beliefs. It's how you remove the broken thoughts and replace them with stronger ones. 3, surround yourself with better thinkers. Hang around 5 complainers. You'll become the 6th. Hang around 5 champions. You'll rise to meet them. Don't underestimate this. Your philosophy is contagious. Make sure you're catching the right mindset. If your philosophy is strong, your life will eventually reflect that. It may not happen overnight. But with time, your habits will change. Your relationships will change. Your opportunities will grow. Why? Because success is something you attract by the person you become. And becoming begins with how you think. In 2025, don't just chase money. Don't just chase titles. Chase wisdom. Chase truth. Chase growth, because the true reward is not just what you get. It's who you become. And remember this, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction. So today, shift your direction. And tomorrow, you'll change your life. Let's talk about challenges. Now, challenges are funny. They don't come when it's convenient. They don't come when you're ready. They come when they want. But here's the truth. They don't come to break you. They come to build you. You see, we all want growth. We all want success. But nobody wants the discomfort that comes with it. Everybody wants a strong body, but not everyone wants the pain of the workout. Everyone wants peace of mind, but not everyone wants the discipline of self-control. And yet, it's in the struggle that the strength is formed. You have to stay until the job is done. You can't leave halfway through the lesson. Because in life, every challenge is a classroom. Let me give you a simple example. A tree doesn't grow strong in calm weather. It grows deep roots in the storm. So do we. It's in adversity that your character is shaped. It's in difficulty that your mindset is tested. And it's in pressure that your potential is unlocked. You don't develop perseverance by reading a book. You build it when you're knocked down and choose to rise again. That's when you discover what you're made of. And let me say this gently but directly, most people run. They see a challenge and they say, this must not be for me. This is too hard. I'll do it later. But winners think differently. Winners say, this is my test. This is where I grow. This is the price I pay for the life I want. Don't join an easy crowd, I used to say. You won't grow. Go where the expectations are high and the pressure is real. That's where the transformation begins. You want to know where you really stand. Face a challenge. Do you get bitter or better or build? Do you quit or keep going? Because listen, it's easy to smile when the sun is shining. It's easy to believe when things are working. But it's in the darkness that your faith is revealed. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment and challenges. Well, they ask if you really have that discipline. They ask if your dreams are serious or if you were just playing around. Let me tell you a little story. There was a time I had almost nothing. No money, no plan, no direction. I remember looking at my life and thinking, this isn't how I thought it would turn out. I had to make a choice. Blame the world or become the person who could change it. And I'll tell you this, it wasn't easy. There were days I doubted, nights I wrestled with fear. But I kept showing up, kept reading, kept building, kept moving. Because I learned you don't have to feel strong to be strong. You just have to decide. And slowly I grew into the person who could handle more. Let me give you a few tools. Simple, but powerful. Don't ask, why is this happening to me? What is this trying to teach me? What part of me is being stretched right now? Shift your question, and you shift your power. Show up daily, even when it hurts. even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. Success isn't built in one big moment. It's built in the quiet hours. When you keep pushing even when nothing seems to be changing. Pain is temporary, but what you become from that pain, that lasts forever. So don't let a tough season make you forget your dream. It's not what happens that determines your future. It's what you do about what happens. You see, there's power in facing hard things. They mold you. They shape you. They introduce you to the stronger version of yourself. And the greatest part, when you come out on the other side, you're no longer the same. You've grown. You've sharpened your focus. You've deepened your belief. That's how you earn the life you want, not by avoiding difficulty, by walking through it. So as you face 2025, don't fear the challenge. Embrace it. Lean into it. Let it change you. Because the challenge isn't the enemy. It's the path. It's the process. It's the proving ground. And as I've said before, don't ask for less problems. Ask for more wisdom. The stronger you become, the fewer things can stop you. And that, my friend, is how you build an unstoppable life. Now here's the question I want you to think about. Are you becoming the person who can handle the life you say you want? Because wishing for success is not enough. Dreaming, visualizing, hoping, it's a start. But it's not the finish. You don't get success by chasing it. You become successful, and then you attract it. See, life doesn't give you what you want. Life gives you what you're prepared to handle. And that's the principle. That's the idea. That changed everything for me. You want to earn $1 million. That's great. But here's the better question. Can you become the kind of person who can manage $1 million? Can you stay focused under pressure? Can you lead people with integrity? Can you stay disciplined when no one is watching? Because here's the truth. If you don't grow into that person first, the success will destroy you instead of develop you. Your goals, they do more than motivate you. They reveal you. If your goal is to build a business, you'll soon realize you need patience. You need systems. You need better habits. If your goal is to become a leader, you'll find out you need empathy. You need courage. You need emotional control. The pursuit of the goal forces you to grow, to level up your thinking, to sharpen your character, to polish your habits. That's why I say, set the goal, not for what it gives you, but for what it makes of you. You see, there's this great misunderstanding. People think success is about cars, cash, comfort. But let me tell you, that's the surface. Success is who you become in the process. The kind of person who keeps promises, the kind of person who stays consistent, the kind of person who lives with principle. Because if you become more, you'll have more. And more importantly, you'll handle more. There was a time I was broke, flat broke, $57 in my bank account. But here's what changed my life. A mentor said to me, Jim, if someone hands you $1 million, you'd better hurry up and become a millionaire. Now, I didn't understand that at first, but then it hit me. It's not the money that makes you wealthy. It's the mindset, the responsibility, the growth. Don't set a goal to make $1 million just for the money. Set a goal to make $1 million for what it will make of you to achieve it. That's what my mentor told me, and I never forgot it. Because if you don't grow into the goal, even if you reach it, you won't keep it. You want to handle a better life. Then build the foundation: character, discipline, work ethic, emotional resilience. Because if you can't handle stress with $1,000, you won't handle it with $100,000. If you can't stay focused when no one's watching, you won't lead when everyone is watching. Success exposes you, so don't wish for it too soon. Prepare for it. Build the habit of thinking. Shape the character.